I got promoted 4 times at Deloitte and ended up no wealthier than when I started. At first, I couldn't work out why. Then I started to realize. Every promotion came with more spending. A new suit, a case of wine, a slightly better holiday. Nothing outrageous, nothing that felt wrong. But 7 years in, I checked my account and had almost nothing to show for it. I was earning good money. I just wasn't keeping any of it. I'm Johnny Mills, a chartered accountant, and over the last decade, I've had a front row seat to how wealthy people actually manage money behind the scenes. And I used the same system to grow my own net worth by $300,000. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact framework behind that. It's simple, automatable, and once you see it, you'll understand why so many high earners never actually build wealth. Here's the cruel irony. The more you earn, the easier it is to feel like your money is being handled. You're not struggling. Nothing feels wrong. Nothing feels out of control. But then you check your account at the end of the month, and you wonder where it all went. This is lifestyle creep. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel reckless. It just quietly absorbs everything. Every pay rise, every bonus, every step up. And because nothing feels wrong, nothing gets fixed. And when I show you what this looked like for one couple who grew their net worth by $60,000 in 6 months, without changing their income at all, you'll see exactly why the order matters more than the numbers. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They hear this and think, I just need more discipline. I'll try harder next month. But discipline isn't the problem. I know that because I tried discipline for 7 years at Deloitte. It didn't work. The problem is that I was running a system that required my constant attention, and I was too busy to give it that attention. 60-hour weeks, client travel, back-to-back meetings. I'll sort my finances this weekend became a joke I stopped making. So I stopped relying on willpower, and I built a system that ran without me. Here's what that looked like once I'd automated everything. When my salary arrived, everything moved the same day. Mortgage paid by direct debit, credit card cleared in full automatically, a fixed amount into savings, the rest straight into my investment account, deploying automatically in preset proportions. By the time I'd made my morning coffee, it was done. No decisions, no willpower, no waiting. That's the missing piece most people never talk about. It's not about knowing the system, it's about building one that doesn't need you to show up every month. So let me walk you through the system. It has 3 parts, and the order matters more than the numbers. The first part is the one that changes everything. The moment your money arrives, before you've spent a single pound, 20% gets directed away from your lifestyle, automatically. You don't see it, you don't decide, it just moves. And that 20% is split into 2 equal buckets. 10% goes towards future wealth, and this is your investment account, your retirement fund, your asset base. The goal isn't just a big number on a screen. The goal is to build assets that will one day generate enough income to support your lifestyle without you having to work. The other 10% goes towards future spending. This is the bucket most financial systems leave out, and it's one of the most powerful parts of the whole system. Think about the big purchases in your life. Holidays, weddings, cars, career breaks. Most people fund these emotionally. The holiday appears and goes on a credit card. The car becomes a stressful financial decision. But when future spending is planned inside the system, those purchases are already funded. The holiday isn't a financial shock. It's just moving money from a bucket that already exists. One of my clients built this bucket deliberately over time. Because she consistently allocated money here, she eventually accumulated enough to take 2 years off work. And here's the key thing. Her long-term investments kept growing the entire time because the career break had already been planned and funded inside the system. That is exactly what a good financial system is supposed to do. Once that 20% is moving automatically, the second part of the system almost takes care of itself. Your lifestyle runs inside the next 70%. Housing, food, transport, insurance, travel, day-to-day living. And here's the constraint that changes everything. If your lifestyle doesn't fit inside 70%, you don't reduce saving, you redesign your lifestyle. That single rule prevents lifestyle creep from quietly destroying your wealth, because your saving rate determines your lifestyle ceiling, not the other way around. And the final part of the system is one that surprises people. 10% goes to giving. Gifts for family, supporting friends, charitable donations, causes you care about. I include this for a simple reason. If generosity isn't planned, it either doesn't happen consistently or it comes at the expense of your investments. Building it in means you can be generous without it derailing anything. But there's something else. Giving is one of the few things that makes you feel wealthy right now, not at some theoretical point in the future. You don't have to wait to live like someone who has enough. Now, the exact percentages matter less than you might think. The only number that truly determines your long-term wealth is how much you pay yourself first. Everything else exists to protect that number. I use 70-20-10 because it works for most professionals. But I've seen people start at 80-10-10 and shift the ratios gradually as their income grows. The goal isn't to hit a magic split. It's to make the next pay yourself first number as large as possible and then automate it so life can't get in the way. Let me give you a real example of what happens when this system gets installed. I recently worked with a couple, both senior professionals, strong combined income, young child at home. Their finances were chaotic. Money was coming in, but it felt like it was disappearing everywhere. The issue wasn't their income. It was that nothing was automated or structured. Money arrived, and life absorbed it. We installed the system and automated every allocation from day one. Nothing magical happened. They simply started paying themselves first, consistently for the first time. Their investments began receiving money every single month without them thinking about it. Within 6 months, their net worth had grown by around $60,000. The money had always been there. They'd just never had a system or the automation to capture it. The people who build wealth the fastest don't necessarily earn the most. They don't rely on discipline. They don't hope there's something left at the end of the month. They simply run better systems. When saving happens last, wealth building is fragile. When saving happens first, and it's automated, so life can't get in the way, wealth building becomes automatic. And when that runs consistently, month after month, the results compound quietly in the background. Ordinary earners gradually build extraordinary financial stability, because wealth is rarely about how much you earn. It's about the order in which your money moves, and whether you've built a system to keep it that way. If you want help building that system in your own finances, that's exactly what I do. I work with people who earn good money and want to turn that income into real, lasting wealth. So if you'd like me to help you, click the link in the description below to book a call with me. That's all for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.